Well, we waited for it. I talked about it. We waited for it. We looked for it. We saw, listen, I saw Cinco de Mayo, a huge Cinco de Mayo festivities thing at the White House. I saw a huge bunny rabbit. I've seen the pandering of President Barack Obama to the Muslim countries, where they had some, in fact, I think it was this week, beginning of this week, I believe it was, they had an entrepreneur summit, and it was just for Muslim nations. We do an extreme amount of pandering, of compromise, if you want to say, or some of you might say it's not compromise. In fact, that's what the guy wants. And let me tell you something. If you are ashamed of him, then he will be ashamed of you. There is something about a nation that's saying to other nations and to its own people of the country, I am not ashamed of what I believe. I am not ashamed of what I think. I am not ashamed of the way I talk. I am not ashamed of a national day of prayer. All day long yesterday. I tried to find it high and low. The proclamation that he issued about the National Day of Prayer was last week. It wasn't even in the same week as the National Day of Prayer. Talk about trying to avoid a subject like it is a sore big toenail. I don't know how he avoided this more than what he did. Obama actually did put up on whitehouse.gov. Now, here's the good side of the thing. I gotta say this. I want to give you the truth. I want to say the truth. He did put one up, and he said, by the power invested in me, blah, 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 blah. He said, I call upon the citizens of our nation to pray, otherwise give thanks in accordance to their own faiths. Of course, it's a one-world religion. Franklin Graham, Billy Graham, Rick Warren, Tony Blair message, but that's who he hangs out with, so that's what that's what you're going to get. I would have loved to have had a bunny rabbit, a Cinco de Mayo festival. I would have loved to have had a festival. All this energy and time and money spent for those things, I tell you what, you should have had a National Day of Prayer that was recognized by the White House, a big event. If you're not ashamed of your faith, then that's what I would have done as a president, and you would have had to say, well, I'm the President of the United States. I pretty much can do what I want here. You elected me, and so be it. And the year before, they didn't have an event either. And I'll have to find out if there was a proclamation issued the last year, or was this year the only year that he issued one. I don't know the answer to that.